Okay, this is a 2008 Acura RL. Backup camera works. You slowly back out. And had this car for a handful of years. AC works, heater works. Here we're about to throw the defroster on. Let's see. So here we go. Throw the defroster on. Oh, change that over to AC. All the controls in the front work. All-wheel drive works fine. Let's see, I'll be able to bring that up in a little bit. The front struts were changed out less than 3,000 miles ago. The brakes were done about 2,000 miles ago. Thermostat was replaced less than 2,000 miles ago. Change the transmission fluid. Well, you don't change it, you add and, well, drain and add a little bit over 3 quarts. I also did the rear diff, which has 2 drain points and fill points. And little box up in the front, which is half a quart. We are all-wheel drive. Got that changed out. Maintenance done pretty well. Got a new battery about 2 years ago. I was letting a in-law drive the car to do Uber Eats, I think, or grocery store deliveries, things like that. So he had put over 30,000 miles on it in less than probably 6 months. Put new tires on it during that time. A little bit after the battery. So the tires actually have, I think, under 10,000 miles on them. All the tread's good, all matching, all the way around. Car had a new radiator put in because it had the issue where the inner radiator got a hole in it, whatever, and mixed the transmission fluid with the cooling, engine cooling, antifreeze, and took that to a shop that didn't do the job correctly. So whenever I got back into town, I flushed the whole system out, did everything correctly. So you can hear brakes aren't squealing or anything like that, which I did new rotors and new brakes, brake pads on the front. Rear didn't need them. Strut shocks, whatever they are, I didn't do the rear. This car was a northern car for the first part of its life, I guess 9 years. So it did have rust on it whenever I got it. Knocked all those bolts loose. Changed the radiator fans out, the main and the auxiliary. So that's been done. The thermostat that got put in was supposed to be OE, but I bought it online. It wasn't OE, so that's a problem. Just let me know. I can change that out. Dealership wanted, I think, $120 for it, and I could give for $25. And I was in Mississippi at the time, about to head back down in Texas. So I just had to go with the cheaper one. So you can see we're setting the one full red light. In Texas, we have many of those. It's not overheating. The windshield is cleared up. No cracks or a major chip. There was a major chip over there, but we've got that taken care of. I did the filler in it. It's been over a year. Just did a trip, a 600-mile trip in one day. And that's whenever up there I found out at the, got lots of traffic coming up, lots of stops and goes, that the thermostat went out on the way up there. I didn't know that. Replaced part of the air intake after the filter. That rubber was breaking, so I got a new one of those put in, hoping that was the problem that was giving me my engine code. and it was actually the thermostat was sticking open slightly. So it would close and back and forth, but it just didn't move fast enough. So unless you're on the road for a while, the car wouldn't get hot in the cold weather. So, and it was below freezing, so boom, I needed to change that out. But on the way up there, I got 29 miles per gallon. On the way back, I was loaded down with family, luggage, everything, and I think I got around 26 miles per gallon. So in town, it's in the teens on gas mileage, and it's had like full tanks just in town. Mostly used to take this car, dropping my daughter off, picking her up, taking her to the grocery store and little events. Idles very well, no jumping around. Oh yeah, I was going to do does all this stuff, and tire, all those systems are working. There we go. I don't have nitrogen in the tires, I just have regular air. Have them rotated maybe 3 months ago, so it's about time to go get them rotated again, which I can have done before a person buys or picks up the vehicle if needed. The traction is showing up. Here in a little bit, we will be on the highway. Like, I'll even take my hands off the wheel right now in traffic, but ride straight, good alignment. It's just at 45 miles an hour. You can start from a stop sign or a stoplight without your hands. It doesn't pull, doesn't shake. Mostly because new struts got put on the front. And this was a learning car for my wife, so it did have some uh-ohs. It wasn't perfect whenever I bought it, but we've had it for about 5 years now. We were finally upgraded to a RDX, so you gotta let this thing go. One reason, we're in an HOA and you're limited only so many vehicles. Blinkers, lights, everything works. Had the inspection done in August, so emissions had passed here in Texas. Let's see. Yeah, I might have to get over one more. So we are about to get on the interstate, so I can show you the acceleration. As you can see, I'm a person that uses a blinker. I have not had to change out the headlights on this. I did clean the headlights and sand them down, which made them look a lot better, and then put on the kit stuff to, keep them looking good. It's been over a year. Okay. I'm a very cautious driver because I'm down here near Houston, Texas. So you got a lot of different type of drivers. So easily can accelerate and keep up with traffic. It's a V6. It started using a little bit of oil, and when I say a little bit, and 3,000 some miles, maybe less than half a quart. But didn't do that until recently. So we got a lot of traffic to merge in on. I'm going to try to be able to show some acceleration. As you see, we are at a stop. I had to get a little bit of room, so I have room to accelerate whenever I need to. Oh, we got an opening. So no hiccups, no problems right there. Very easily merge onto the interstate. So I changed the spark plugs, I think about sure everything flows well. And I come to this wonderful Stafford exit. You see no hiccups. And I'll be putting on my brakes at a high speed. I'm not going to slam it down because I'm on the interstate. But around 60 some miles an hour, we're not going to have any shakes. It's going to be pretty decent to do this. Applying the brakes now. Oh, still have gas. Not taking this exit before. So, this will be a little interesting for me. It's always interesting here in Texas. Let's see, where are we going? Okay, Mostly if I had any issues with the vehicle, I try to get it corrected as fast as possible. Any lights on, any weird feelings. Having to add brake fluid. There's a unknown thump done to the car one day. That's also why I had to change out the front struts, because the driver's side got blown. And how it got blown is unknown to me still to this day. Oh, this is great. Just making a big loop. Well, I'll be able to get off of this exit. And then be able to go to where I need to go. So, right here. Good hard brake. Oh, one turn too early. But you can see that it stops well. No big major problems. We'll go over a speed bump. There's no big creaks in the car. See, I'll pull up and pop the hood. So you get a good bit of light. Yeah, right out here. Let's see. I'm going to leave it running so we can see underneath the hood. Hear any sounds. And like the interior, they're known not to be great all the time on this. Let's see if this picks up anything. But this purrs like a kitten. Just under 200,000 miles on it. Not spewing out any fluids anywhere. New radiator cap about 10,000 miles ago. The headlights, they've been smoothed out, and it's been like that for a little bit over a year. A little bit, anything from it is on the inside. So hopefully this helps you out if you're thinking about the car. If you have any questions, concerns, I also took pictures inside the door hinges. Everything looks good there. The rust is mostly underneath the car. The things aren't rusted out. The exhaust system's still good, still original. Catalytic converter's still on it. So none of that's been changed out to my knowledge. And I've had it for 5 years just about, so it should have been changed out before I got it. It had 130,000 miles on it. And now it has 195, about 196. So thank you for your time, and hopefully if you have any questions, just let me know.